11 mistakes that make cats feel abandoned. Cats are mysterious, independent, and often misunderstood creatures. Because they seem self-sufficient, it's easy to assume they don't need much from us beyond food, water, and a clean litter box. But the truth is far deeper. Cats may not cling like dogs, but they do form profound emotional bonds with their humans. When those bonds are disrupted, even in subtle ways, they can quietly experience feelings of rejection and abandonment. These emotions often go unnoticed until they surface through withdrawn behavior, aggression, or health issues caused by stress. In today's video, we're exploring 11 surprising mistakes that can make your cat feel abandoned. Some of these are so subtle that even the most loving owner might never realize they're doing them. Understanding these hidden emotional triggers will help you create a secure, lasting connection with your feline companion. And make sure you stay until the very end. Mistake number 1 is so quiet and so common that it often erodes trust over time, even in the closest human-cat relationships. 11. Leaving without a goodbye scent. Cats experience the world primarily through smell, not sight or sound. Their sense of security comes from familiar scents woven throughout their territory, especially your scent. When you leave home without leaving any trace of yourself behind, it can feel like you've simply disappeared from existence in your cat's world. Imagine the sudden emptiness they experience when their safe, familiar environment no longer carries your scent. To them, it's not just absence, it's a form of loss. They don't understand that you're simply at work or running errands. Without physical evidence of you, they may fear you're gone for good. The solution is surprisingly simple. Before leaving, rub a blanket, toy, or even a favorite perch with your hands or clothing. This goodbye scent acts as a reassuring bridge, letting your cat feel your presence even when you're away. Some owners even create a small comfort station with worn t-shirts or bedding items, especially for longer trips. It may seem like a tiny gesture, but for a cat, it's an emotional lifeline that prevents feelings of abandonment from taking root. 10. Changing your arrival ritual abruptly. Cats thrive on routine. When you consistently greet your cat when you return home, with a few gentle words, a scratch under the chin, or a calm moment of connection, it becomes a cornerstone of their emotional stability. But what happens when one day you rush past them, distracted by a phone call or stress from work? From your perspective, it's a minor oversight. From theirs, it can feel like a sudden, unexplained rejection. They wait at the door or linger nearby, expecting that warm moment of reunion. And when it doesn't come, confusion and insecurity creep in. You don't need an elaborate ritual. Even pausing for 5 seconds to acknowledge them can maintain that vital sense of belonging. Consistency is what matters. Without it, your daily departures and arrivals can feel unpredictable and cold, leaving your cat uncertain of where they stand in your emotional world. 9. Relocating their safe space without preparation. Every cat has a personal sanctuary, a spot that feels uniquely theirs. It might be a worn blanket in the corner, a sunlit perch on the windowsill, or even the top of a closet shelf. These spaces aren't random preferences. They are emotional anchors. When you suddenly move or remove that safe space without warning, it can deeply unsettle your cat. To us, rearranging furniture or redecorating may seem trivial, but to a cat, it can feel like their home within a home has been destroyed. It's not just about comfort, it's about survival instincts. In nature, losing a secure hiding spot would be dangerous. If changes are necessary, introduce them gradually. Place new bedding near the old one. Allow your cat to explore the new location while still having access to their original sanctuary. When they transition on their own terms, it feels like growth rather than loss. Abrupt changes, on the other hand, can trigger a silent grief response that looks a lot like abandonment. 8. Using impersonal background noise to mask loneliness. Many well-meaning owners leave a television or radio playing when they leave the house, assuming the noise will comfort their cat. But while constant sound may fill the silence, it doesn't provide the emotional reassurance your cat truly needs. To certain cats, especially sensitive ones, background chatter from strangers' voices or random music can actually emphasize your absence. The sounds feel hollow, a busy crowd with no familiar face. Instead of feeling less alone, they may feel even more isolated, as if they've been left in a strange, alien environment. A better approach is to create a personalized soundscape. Record yourself speaking softly, reading aloud, or humming. Play this at a low volume when you're away. The recognizable cadence of your voice provides genuine comfort and reminds them they're still connected to you, even when physically apart. It's a small but meaningful way to reduce emotional abandonment during long stretches alone. 7. Bringing home unfamiliar tribe scents. Cats rely on scent to determine who is safe and who is a potential threat. When you visit other animals, especially cats or dogs, and return home without washing your hands or changing clothes, Your cat may detect these foreign scents and interpret them as danger or betrayal. To us, this seems harmless. To your cat, it's a profound message. You were with another group. You might have left me for them. This isn't jealousy in the human sense. It's about territorial instincts and survival. Your cat sees you as part of their colony. When you come home carrying the smell of outsiders, it disrupts their sense of safety. Create a simple transition ritual. Before interacting with your cat, wash your hands thoroughly, change into home clothes, and maybe even rub your cat's favorite blanket or toy to restore familiar scents. This tells your cat, I am yours. This is still your safe territory. It may seem like a minor detail, but to your cat, it's the difference between reassurance and abandonment. 6. Ignoring their daily check-in rituals. Every cat has small, deeply personal behaviors they use to check in with you emotionally. Maybe they circle your legs each morning while you make coffee. Maybe they bring you a toy and place it nearby, or give a soft chirp when you pass their favorite perch. These are not random quirks. They're your cat's way of saying, are we still connected? Do you still see me? When these gestures are repeatedly ignored, whether due to distraction or busyness, your cat may interpret it as emotional distance. Over time, a heartbreaking pattern can emerge. They stop trying. Their attempts to engage fade, replaced by quiet withdrawal. Acknowledging these moments takes only seconds. A brief pet, a few kind words, or even simple eye contact communicates, I see you. We are still bonded. Neglecting these rituals, on the other hand, can make them feel like a ghost in their own home, physically present, but emotionally abandoned. 5. Shutting them out of sleep without transition. For cats, sharing sleep is the ultimate sign of trust and love. When your cat curls up beside you at night, they're at their most vulnerable. Allowing them into your sleeping space tells them, you are safe here. If you suddenly begin closing the bedroom door without explanation, it can be deeply confusing. To them, it's not just a blocked doorway. It's a symbol of rejection during the most intimate, trusting hours of the day. They don't understand allergies, restless partners, or changing household rules. All they know is that they've been excluded from a sacred ritual. If circumstances require change, do it gently. Introduce a cozy alternative near the bedroom, like a heated bed or soft blanket carrying your scent. Gradually transition them while maintaining some form of bedtime interaction, like a few soothing minutes together before you separate. This reassures them that they haven't been cast out or abandoned. The bond remains, even if the sleeping arrangement shifts. 4. Relying solely on automatic feeders. Technology can be helpful, but it can't replace relationship. Automatic feeders provide convenience, yet they strip mealtime of its emotional meaning. In the feline mind, food is not just about calories, it's about connection. In the wild, meals are social events. When you're physically present during feeding, your cat associates you with nourishment and care. When a machine delivers food instead, the moment becomes mechanical and cold. Your cat may still eat, but a subtle sense of detachment grows over time. You don't need to hand feed every bite, but try to be personally involved in at least one feeding per day. Speak softly, offer gentle touches, or share a brief play session afterward. This transforms mealtime from a transaction into a bonding ritual, reminding your cat that love, not just machinery, sustains them. 3. Rushing back into chaos after vacations. When you return from a trip, you may be eager to dive right back into your usual routine. But for your cat, your sudden reappearance is emotionally complex. They've spent days, maybe weeks, adjusting to your absence, uncertain if you'd ever return. When you come back and immediately fill the house with noise, guests, or chores, it can overwhelm them. Instead of celebrating your return, they feel like they're standing in a whirlwind, unsure if you'll vanish again. The first hours back home should be quiet, sacred time. Sit calmly on the floor, let them sniff your bags, and allow them to approach on their own terms. Speak softly, move slowly, and give them space to process both relief and excitement. This deliberate reconnection rebuilds trust and reassures them that your return is lasting, not just another fleeting moment before abandonment resumes. 2. Leaving emotional ruptures unresolved. Conflicts happen. Maybe your cat scratched the furniture, knocked over a glass, or startled you with unexpected aggression. You reacted with frustration, a loud voice, a sharp movement, or even briefly pushing them away. The issue isn't the conflict itself, it's what happens next. If you walk away while both of you are still upset, the emotional rupture remains open. Your cat doesn't understand apologies, but they do sense unresolved tension. To them, it feels like the relationship is permanently damaged. The solution is simple. After calming down, return to your cat with gentleness. Offer slow blinks, soft words, or quiet physical contact. This signals reconciliation. It says, we are okay. Without this repair process, even minor conflicts can accumulate into a silent narrative of abandonment. 1. Falling out of emotional rhythm. This mistake is the most invisible and the most devastating. It happens when your life's pace shifts so dramatically that you and your cat fall out of sync. Cats don't track time the way humans do. They measure connection through shared rhythms. The morning greeting, the afternoon play session, the evening cuddle. These patterns form the invisible heartbeat of your relationship. When those rhythms suddenly stop, maybe because of work changes, stress, or new responsibilities, your cat doesn't understand why. To them, it feels like you've quietly drifted away into another world. You might still live under the same roof, but from their perspective, you've already left. Rebuilding this connection doesn't require more hours in the day. It requires intentionality. Notice the small moments your cat naturally seeks alignment, waiting by the window at dawn, curling beside you when you read, following you during evening chores. Lean into those rituals, even if only for a few minutes. By re-establishing this shared emotional rhythm, you show your cat, I am still with you. Our bond is unbroken. And there you have it. Those are the mistakes that make your cat feel abandoned. Curious for more insights? Discover the behaviors that only happen when you share a deep bond, or learn about how cats show forgiveness. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.